What's going on, everybody? This is Dave from This Is Pop Punk Promotions. I'm here with Slideways from Asbury Park, New Jersey. How's it going, boys?
It's
How you
going.
doing?
How
It's
you
going.
doing?
Really appreciate you guys coming on. Let's dive right into it. So, when and how did you guys form?
When did we form?
That's a tough ass question.
I'd say me, Anthony, and Pat formed in like 2009, and then we found these two on Craigslist.
Yeah, the guy in the front, the guy in the back are Craigslist ads.
Yeah,
What year was that? Like
16.
2016,
Yeah.
yeah. And then the first official release was in 2019.
Yeah.
So it's been 10 years in the making from that first release. Now we're just finished up recording our first full-length record.
That's awesome. The power of Craigslist.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Right on. So, in November, you guys dropped a new EP, Out of Phase. How's the response been?
I personally think it's been pretty good for like what we've been able to do with it. I mean, there wasn't too much promotion behind like the actual drop of the whole EP. It was like mostly spent on like the first two singles, which had like really good music videos. Which we put a lot of effort into those music videos, especially Don. So, but yeah, I think it's been pretty good. It's definitely the best response for a release that we've gotten, I would say, so far.
Climbing up the ladder.
Every release we've done, it's just gotten better and better. So that's all we can hope for, really.
As long as you're progressing each time and like heading in the right direction each time, that's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
Snowball.
That's awesome. Who'd you guys record it with, and how's the process?
So we recorded with producer Seth Henderson. He's done a lot of like the big bands in the scene, like Knuckle Puck and Real Friends. So we sought him out to make pop punk record because this is the guy doing it. So we recorded Out of Phase with him out in Indiana in, was it 2021?
2021. I think.
Yeah, 21.
So the whole release of Out of Phase was stretched out over a couple of years. And yeah, we loved working with him the whole process. Like we went in with those 6 songs on Out of Phase. And he just helped make them even better than what we came in with. It's like writing with him is like he's like another part of the band, another part of the writing process.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was. I mean, I wasn't there for the Out of Phase portion, but we did work with him on what we just finished up with too. And I found that like, adding that level of professionalism and been there, kind of done that, really helps elevate projects.
Did he give you guys any good advice? If so, what?
Well, really, just I'd say the intricacies of songwriting itself. He really like helped us develop our style and what like objectively sounds good where. If I don't know if that makes sense, but just like the technicalities behind like what makes a good pop punk song.
Yeah, I mean, I would say too, like especially for like the guitar work and everything, playing 20 years ago a pop punk song, was just basic power chords and stuff like that, and that's all you had with a bass line. But now kind of trying to differentiate that, maybe you do that to carry rhythm, but you could also add layers, different phrasings of the same chords just to give it a little more air, a little more breath. And I feel like that kind of helps out too. And I've noticed that we've been kind of implementing that a little bit more because of him.
And that we take that away and it almost becomes part of our writing style, remembering what he said, and it's almost less work for him to have to do when we go back in there because we already know, what he's looking for, what sounds good. And yeah, it's not so much advice explicitly he's given us, but like stuff we've learned just from working with him.
Yeah. Like, hey, this is what you just did here. That's sick. That's cool. Maybe add this one little thing on the side here. or after this phrase, maybe take a breath, don't play anything, stuff like that. You don't really think about in hindsight.
It's really cool.
Mhm.
So what would you say your favorite, your least favorite thing is about the writing and recording process?
My least favorite is not having lyrics ready.
I will admit we do lyrics last, but I just find it easier when it's like the song has a final structure and I know what the song sounds like to kind of be like, well, I kind of feel like this emotion from the song, so let's write this about this song. Or I'd have some lyrics written and I'd be like, these lyrics match the vibe of that song, so let's just write the whole song based on these lyrics. So yes, the last portion we do is lyrics. It does, but they can't blame me.
I understand. I get it.
I'm waiting for these guys to finish their part so I can do my part. We do it backwards. Our whole process, like, because I don't play guitar or bass. Like, I can play them, but I can't play them like good enough to write a song. I can do like power chords, like octaves, stuff like that, but I can't like write a song. So it's kind of hard to come. Like, I wrote this song
That's right.
to match these lyrics. This is what it is. I come in, they show me the song, and I go, all right, I'll write the lyrics and figure out a melody.
Well, you guys got my respect because there's no way that I'd be able to do it. Like, there's just no way I'd be able to come up with like good, like catchy lyrics. Like, it would just be like really like awful. Like, I would start and then I would just get like stumped, and then like that would be the end of it.
We even
So
say like
respect to you guys.
when you're reading lyrics without the music, it always comes across as like corny, without the context. So I don't know. That's why it's hard to see the whole vision without everything.
I'd say the worst part for me in recording is I don't even know. Maybe like the lead up the week before recording, because I feel like we're really like rushing to get stuff done. But like during recording, it's very smooth. Like when we recorded this full length, it was pretty smooth. We just went in, showed what we had, pre-pro, and then came back, and every day we were just powering through, like working through it all. So probably the lead up for me.
Another thing too, I would say like the hard part is kind of sitting there waiting when it's not your turn to work on stuff.
There's a lot of parts where you're sitting there waiting and it's not your turn.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have input. Like, I'll say something like, I think you should play this on the guitar, but I got to sing it, and then we got to figure it out. I'm like, it should probably go da-da-da-da. Like, then you got to figure it out. I can't play it. But, yeah.
The best part of the studio is hearing completed parts of the songs come through on the other end, and you're like, wow, that's us. Like, it's very, like shocking to me.
Yeah, like to piggyback off of that, like this long session we just did with Seth a couple weeks ago. Day one, we pre-pro'd a song that literally was just like a chord progression, and we played it, and I was like, nah, not good. Don't worry about it. It's not even done. Let's not just waste our time. Let's work on something a little more complete. And everyone was like, no, hold on. And then by the end of like maybe like what would you say, like an hour or two, the song was like way more flushed out to the point where I was like, oh, all right, okay, never mind. And now, in my personal opinion, it's one of my favorite ones that we did from this past stretch.
That's really cool. I'm sure it was very like rewarding to go through all that and then put out the finished product to the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the part that feels good, is being able to share all the time and effort put into it and have other people check it out.
Yeah,
that's sick. So you guys are from Asbury Park, New Jersey, my home state. How's the pop punk scene there, the punk rock scene there? Do you guys have a favorite local band, a favorite venue?
I mean, the last venue we played there, I feel like I used to love, it's not there anymore. And this was my favorite venue to play in Asbury, so it's a real shame it's not there anymore. The Saint, I used to love playing the Saint. We played it like multiple times. Like, this is the best. It always looked like it was packed out. So it was like like a medium-sized like bar, and it was just a good time. So unfortunately it's gone. But that used to be one of my favorites. You know what I mean? Yeah.
We kind of we've taken a break from shows since the summer because we were writing. But in the area now, we're probably more so looking to branch out of Jersey and probably start playing in Philly and New York more. Just start, spreading out a little bit more. Scene in Asbury is good. Bands that we played with, we were talking in the car the other day. Our buddies in Philly play in a band called Altar Boy. We got to play with them in the summer. That was fun. And there's another band from like Bordentown, New Jersey called Ditz. They're great. We played with them a couple times.
What's that band?
Sucker Punch.
Yeah, Sucker Punch. There you go.
Yeah, Sucker Punch is fun
Yeah.
to play with.
Yeah, they're cool
We
guys.
played with them
Play
at
with.
Hype Fest.
Yeah, we played them a couple places. Hype
Yeah.
Fest.
Yeah.
So this is the bands we usually like playing with. Like if we're on a show and we see one of those are on the bill, also we're pretty stoked.
That's awesome. So who would you say your biggest influences are?
I think it
My
varies
mom.
for all of us.
That's a good one.
I think what makes, like, we all have our own music taste outside of pop punk. So I don't know if there's like one artist altogether that we're trying to emulate or anything like that. But do you guys have?
A specific band that I learned a lot from how to play to the genre. I really enjoy the Swellers. The guy who drums in that band, I'm not familiar with his name, but I basically emulated my drumming based off of that because I find it the most fun and it conveys the energy the most for the band. So he was a big influence for me.
Yeah, I really like Rise Against. I don't really think I write like Rise Against, but I always kind of try to make our songs like in a way that we're like, it would feel like a Rise Against part. And then there's like bands all over the place. Like I really like early Pierce the Veil. Obviously, like everybody likes Story So Far, and then that's kind of that stuff within the genre.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm all over the place. So I could write a song that sounds like one part's like an R&B part, and then another part's like poppier, and then another part's just me yelling violently into the mic. So it's all over the place for me. But I do agree with James. I do like the Swellers, and I took a lot of stuff because I grew up like with two older sisters, so a lot growing up. It was like Hawthorne Heights playing back to back. The CD was just playing, or My Chemical Romance, or All American Rejects. It was just the CD played to the end, and that was it. You put it in, you played it all the way to completion. So, yeah, it's all over the place for all of us.
I mean, like for me, I know over the years, like I don't necessarily have like favorite bands of all time. I have my influences. A lot of my influences personally are actually like older bands, like classic rock bands, because that's just what was put on my plate when I was a kid from my parents. So a lot of like my style, how I play, especially like leads and stuff, kind of stems from that. But bands that kind of stand out guitar wise, of late, maybe the last couple of years, The Dangerous Summer has been a big proponent for me. I love a lot of like the modulated effect stuff that they do. I really, really got into the Gaslight Anthem about like 10 years ago, and I've had like their entire discography on my Spotify playlist since. So, bands like that, not, local Jersey guys, those guys, but yeah, those are my guys, at least for right now. It's always changing.
Here's $1 million question for you guys. If you could tour or play a show with one of those bands, who would it be?
It's got to be my band. I'll be a band I pick.
I think we would fit great on a bill with Neck Deep. I would love to go on tour at the Starting Line.
Yeah. The Starting Line would be great. Neck Deep, Stories Far, Knuckle Puck, any of those bands would be great. I think we fit with them, like sound wise, so it wouldn't be like too drastic for people that came to see the show. And then, yeah, I mean, the Starting Line put out that album, and it's like a great album. The last album they put out, this new one, it's amazing. I think it's really good. So they're definitely on the top of my list right now.
Yeah, I'd probably shit my pants if I went on tour with any of those guys. So
Yeah,
I'd be grateful for anything.
Yeah.
Any band we just named, sure, you got it. We'll pay you.
Yeah.
Any of those bands would be absolutely dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, my band, which I feel like would be a lot more achievable than all those other bands, I loved this band called Aiden. Like,
That's your name, bro.
I love that. And honestly, I feel like that's like attainable for us, but I think they don't tour anymore, but that's also a huge influence for me. But
They had that song, The Last Sunrise, right?
Yeah.
That riff in the beginning is sick. That was my RuneScape playlist, bro.
More like brand new.
Or like, well, not brand new.
Can't think of
Very cool. So now I'm going to ask you guys some non-music questions. It's a good way for me to get to know you as people. I did this for the other bands. Are you ready to rock and roll?
Yeah.
All right, first one. Best vacation you guys have been on?
Best vacation I
Together?
together.
Yeah, separately.
James, your bachelor party trip was nice.
Yeah, well, I literally just came back from Universal. I went there for the first time. That was pretty dope. I got to experience all the parks. And yeah, other than that, any vacation when I go recording with these guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, anytime we went to recording, it was in a different state in the past few times we recorded. So it's like a vacation, but not really.
It's
'Cause
not
we're
like a
working.
vacation at all.
Yeah, he thought it was going to be a lot more like relaxation. Like, there was no relaxation. It was like left the studio 5, worked on music. When you ate dinner, worked on music, and then went back to the studio and just went from like 9 to like 5 again. But mine would definitely be like, I do like going to like Universal and stuff, but I went to Dominican Republic recently for an all-inclusive resort. Great. I smoked cigars all day in the pool, and I drank the alcohol in the package. I was like, yeah, fill her up. Felt like a rich man. I was tipping people like $2, and they were like, I guess people don't tip when you're all inclusive. So like any tips these people get, they're like, thank you so much. You must be rich. I'm like, it's $1. I was like, man, this is great. I could live here.
Yeah, what's the exchange?
But I think it's unaffordable at this point in my life. But that was a really good trip. That was a very relaxing trip.
I went to Greece a couple years ago. That was awesome. It's probably my favorite one.
I have to say, I up until maybe 2 years ago, I had never left the East Coast. So my girlfriend and I went to Colorado a couple of years ago, and you think like, oh, you're just going halfway across the country. And I mean, this country's huge, but it's still this country. I'll tell you what, someone who all I really knew was highways and pavement between New York and Jersey, seeing the land just go like this, flat, 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 and then all of a sudden there's just a wall of mountains like that. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. The state was gorgeous. Everybody was so cool and nice. The parks were awesome. Went to Red Rock Amphitheater, saw a Queen tribute band there. It was unreal. I can't wait to go back there. Definitely a good place to go if you like to get out.
Anything to say, Ruba?
I don't really have anything.
I
I don't leave my room.
He doesn't have fun.
Aiden doesn't have anything he said. All the vacations have been mid for him.
Oh yeah. Honestly, yeah, I went to the Halo World Championships. No, I did a couple years ago in Seattle, and I had a great time.
Oh yeah.
Like my team lost at the end, which was really brutal to watch, but I had a great time.
Yeah, I went to Blood Gulch.
Yeah, I mean, it was great. I played it.
It's amazing. That definitely counts as a solid vacation.
That city is really cool. I like Seattle a lot.
I've heard good things about Seattle.
That's awesome. So if you guys were stranded on a desert island, what 3 items would you want to have with you?
Don't you dare say the automaton.
No, I did not say the Tom.
I'll strangle you.
Probably multiple cases of Poland Spring.
I'm choosing logical things here. I'm gonna choose maybe like a water filtration like bottle thing they have, a guitar, and then maybe like some paper. I can make a pen with charcoal, a pencil with charcoal. I don't need a pencil.
Are we all stranded on the
I
island
feel
together?
like these are very incorrect answers.
I don't know if
Yeah.
you know my survival skills, Aiden. They're on another level.
I'd like
need
a
a-
water filtration device, massive amounts of non-perishable food, and some kind of cell phone or Morse code device so somebody can get to the island. I mean, that's if I had 3 things.
That's not 3 things.
Very specific.
I would a guitar, a dog, and sunglasses.
Those are not helpful at all.
Bring flip-flops,
I'm
sunscreen, and good vibes.
And good vibes.
Since you're bringing the food, you're bringing the guitar. It's all good. I'll bring the vibes.
James, why don't you make like a hot dip?
Dip to the
Can you bring buffalo chicken dip?
island. I don't think anyone's surviving on this island besides maybe me. Sorry, guys.
I'm so naked and afraid.
That's awesome. So if you guys had $1 million and you could donate to any charity, which one?
Ooh,
That's a good question.
that's good. I've never thought of this. I mean, I know, like, for me personally, it's either going to be because I've experienced both these in my life. So it'd be cancer research because both my grandpa and my grandma had cancer, or I had a friend who unfortunately took his own life. So suicide prevention would be another one. So I think like those would help a lot of people, you know.
I'd agree with both of those.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'll throw a little curveball because I think it is important. And I do know that there's a lot of organizations that do this, but take that money and put it into music programs around the country. You know, really keep music in schools because a lot of those programs do get cut, kind of like gym class, you know, with funding and stuff.
That's another one. That's good.
And I grew up in a musically inclined family. Like my mom played piano growing up. My grandfather was a professional saxophone player. So I always had music around me. But for those who maybe don't have that, who maybe pick up their first instrument in band class, you know, pick up a tambourine for the first time in band class, you know, that could really, you know, start people on that path, you know, and I think that's important.
I forget what the organization's called, but my wife and I sponsor kids in South America through a Christian organization. I would definitely dump a lot of money to help less fortunate kids. You know, we can help, you know, the dollar goes a long way.
Those would be really sick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, last question. What are some places in Asbury Park that visitors should check out?
I have an answer, but it's not there anymore.
He's gonna say the beer garden.
The Asbury Fest Hall and Beer Garden. That was my favorite place on earth.
Beer garden was good.
Yeah, they closed it
R.I.P.
down, unfortunately. R.I.P.
All right, so in that case, I say the crepe stand on the boardwalk by the beach, down by the convention center.
Kill Switch Games, if you like retro video games.
Yeah,
Definitely give that store
I think really anywhere on the boardwalk, like just walking the boardwalk, there's a lot of stuff that's on the boardwalk in general. And then if they, you know,
Silver Ball Arcade is fun. It's like you pay by the hour, and it's like bring your own. You can just hang out in the arcade and have beers, and
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool.
I think those. And then if they want anything music, I mean, there's always a music show going on. You could like walk into like a brewery or
I mean, the Stone Pony Summer
the
Stage is
Stone Pony Summer Stage
pretty cool.
or House Independent. Like they're all right there, or the Wonder Bar. So I mean, everything's within walking distance, so they could see everything.
yeah, really.
The next time I go back home and I go to Asbury Park, we can start off with playing some video games and then get a couple brews, and then we can go to a show.
That's
Hell
right.
yeah.
Good to me.
One
Let us-
stop shop.
Let us know when you're in town.
Soon. It'll be soon, just because tons of sick shows are being announced, and I'm itching to get back. I've got tons of love for Asbury Park.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome, man. We hope to see you soon.
Faux show. Well, I really appreciate you guys coming on, and the support means the world to me.
Yeah,
Of course.
no,
Yeah.
Likewise.
Likewise.
So, for the people that are going to watch this interview later, where can they find your music at?
We are on Instagram, Slideways NJ, on Spotify and Apple Music and Amazon, Slide/Ways, Slideways NJ for all the other socials.
We can also find our music videos on YouTube as well.
Yeah, if you liked Out of Phase, there are 4 music videos for that whole release. So if you're digging any of the tracks and want to watch along, check it out on YouTube too.
Do what they say, go to the websites, buy a CD, buy a vinyl, buy a shirt, support local music. You guys are absolutely crushing it. Keep up the sick work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Will do.
I hope you guys have a great night, and we'll chat soon.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Sounds good.
Thanks.
Peace.
With
Bye.
pleasure.